Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Chandie Speaks podcast. It's your girl, Chandie. I'm back. I almost forgot that I committed to this podcast, so I'm recording this kind of late. Well, it's actually early. By the time it'll go up, it'll be on Wednesday. I committed to once a week, but I normally record it a couple days in advance. So it is Tuesday night. It's 9:00 at night. I'm chilling in my van. It is the last minute before I go to sleep. I have a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so I won't have time to do it tomorrow. So I'm recording it right now. That's the intro. Oh my God. So much shit. Since my last recording, I did a road trip to Colorado. My last recording, I was recording from Kansas, somewhere in the early part of Kansas, closer to the Colorado side, to the 𝗵𝗵𝗏𝗏 side. Yeah, I was close to 𝗵𝗵𝗏𝗏. And, oh my God, literally it was maybe 100 miles away. Kansas is such a drag. It's so big and it's so just boring and flat. It's probably the flattest state in America. Such a drag. But I recorded that podcast Tuesday night. Then I drove for another 50 miles, went to sleep, and then woke up really early, ass crack of dawn, 4 o'clock in the morning. Everything's great. The storm passed. And 50 miles later, I go and I don't even need gas. I just go and rest because I'm still waking up kind of. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm parked at this part. I'm in Topeka, Kansas. Yep, I'm in Topeka, Kansas at this point. It's 5:30 in the morning. I'm parked in a gas station right by the air filter or the air fill thing. No one really parks over there. But there are it's a parking space. There are lines on the ground. It's clearly a parking space. I go there and not even there for 20 minutes. I kid you not. Some woman, bless her heart, claimed that she didn't even see me there. It's so crazy how whenever people hit me when I'm in my van, their excuse is that they didn't see me. At least when I was driving a regular car and I got hit by someone, they said that they weren't paying attention or they were texting. They flat out said that they weren't paying attention or that they were texting. Other people, when I'm driving this big ass van, they'll always say, I didn't see you. I didn't see your semi truck of a fucking van, white van that's poking fucking out in the middle of this big ass well lit gas station parking lot. And she backed into me. On my driver's side, my driver side tail light is completely out. I have to file a whole ass fucking claim, which I did. She was in a hurry. She had really no time to I guess worry herself about the fact that I'm driving across the country. I'm in Kansas. I have Colorado fucking plates. Yeah, we're neighbors, so she probably thinks I was driving to Colorado. But I'm driving all the way to fucking Georgia. I'm barely at my halfway mark at this point. In Topeka fucking Kansas, of all places. I got hundreds of miles to cover, and now I have no fucking taillight on my driver's side. Hella dangerous. Major inconvenience. She had to go to work. She was... Luckily, she was able to give me her insurance information. I had to file a whole ass claim. I will follow up on them. I just got back to Georgia on Thursday night. This was Wednesday morning when this happened. So Thursday night, because I was driving cautiously. I shaved off a lot of my hours, I added a lot of drive time because I didn't want to drive. I was driving too cautious. I didn't want to drive at night. I didn't want to drive during rush hour. I was sitting more than I would have made it here a lot sooner. If it weren't for, and I'm just minding my own business. I'm damn, I can't even just sit here. Car is off. It's parked, turned off. Keys are out of the ignition type shit. And this bitch just backs into me hard, shatters the glass on my taillight. This is, I guess, part of the life of living in van life, and also traveling long distance cross country. I guess this is like one of the possibilities that you'll run across people who just don't know how to drive or don't know how to like pay attention, or accidents happen. I get accidents fucking happen, but I'm like, it convenienced me. Like, there was hardly any damage to her car. She was able to legally still drive. She has a couple dents in her side, but I mean, legally, I can't even, if I get pulled over, my insurance is going to go up. I'll get deported back to fucking Colorado. I can't get pulled over again. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. And the crazy thing is I'm going to have to cover it with my own money before insurance will even be able to take care of it. Or I'm just going to have to like be off the roads at night after like before the sun goes down. Type shit. Super inconvenience. That was the highlight in fucking Topeka, Kansas. The rest of the road trip was, it was just very long. I tried to make the most of it. You know what? On a high note, what did I do? Okay, so I stopped in Missouri. We had a flood warning. So I stopped because the flood warning, it was raining really fucking hard, and I had one tail light. People were honking at me. First time ever when people were actually being rude while I was on the highway driving was after my tail light got hit. Everyone was cool the whole way through. So didn't need that. So yeah, I stopped at a Planet Fitness and I stopped at a Golden Corral in Missouri near, St. Louis. After St. Louis, it's pretty much downhill from there. There's like 4 states I cross. I cross Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and then I'm in Georgia. But once you get to St. Louis, once you cross the Mississippi River, baby, you basically in the South. Just keep going south. You are in the South. And it's just downhill from there. Kentucky, I'll give it up for Kentucky. Their highways suck. I think that was I-24, whatever, South Highway, North and South Highway. Northbound and southbound. It fucking sucks. But scenery-wise, low-key, Kentucky is actually really beautiful. I'll give it up. It's really beautiful. Like, I would probably rent a little cabin out there for a couple days. Kentucky's low-key very beautiful. Beautiful, pleasant drive. The only unpleasant thing about the drive was the highway. Hella potholes on the highway. Very annoying. Nashville was a drag. Again, everything's better than Kansas, so it wasn't that much of a drag. I got there during rush hour, and I had to drive during daylight, so I had to just get it over with. So Nashville was, like, really backed up, per usual. I expected that. After Nashville, it was home free, baby. Got there, got to a Planet Fitness in Forsyth County, Georgia, and I just crashed. And I've been working ever since. That's really what I got for major events during the week for me. Let me see what else I had to cover. Getting back into the flow of things. It feels really good. I officially have mission accomplished. I officially got my driver's license from Colorado. It's just waiting to be sent to me here in Georgia. Officially got my driver's license, register my car, and I earned myself another year on the road during van life. I'm not gonna lie, when I came back this time, it hit different. I remember, like, last time I came back from Colorado, I know I was missing the Southern hospitality, and I did miss it this time as well, the Southern hospitality. There's just no place like the South that has Southern hospitality. You can just feel it in people's, like, they're genuinely, they care about people. I don't know. You can just hear it in their voice. But weather-wise, I think, I was not missing this Georgia heat. I am so over it, bro. So over the Georgia heat. I know I may be regretting it in the wintertime when it gets to like 14 degrees, 15 degrees. We got little cold fronts. It does not snow. It like gets ice here and there, but not really snow. Nothing like Colorado. Just like the air was crisper and cleaner and just like, just there more. It feels like there was like more air in Colorado. I do, yeah, I do miss that a little bit. But it's good to be back. Good to be back on my own turf. Yo, there's a there's a lot of shit going on right now in the Middle East. I don't know if y'all heard. I'm not trying to cover the it just sort of happened within this last couple weeks, but I mean, I've been driving for like a week now, so I've been kind of out of the loop. I'm always kind of out of the loop. I don't really follow the news or follow any like headlines or anything, but it feels like before I started my trip and then since I got back, there's just been a whole kinds of like crazy shit going on in the Middle East right now, over in all on that side of the world. Israel, Iran, however way you pronounce it. It's crazy. I kind of want to see how many people have died, but I really don't want to make this all gloomy. It's the reality. I don't want to get into the exact numbers because there's several news sources, and I'm not trying to like pick through which one is more, which one has the most accurate, but hundreds. Let's call it hundreds. Maybe thousands. Hundreds of people have died in the last few weeks. It's really sad. It's really sad. It feels like, see, I don't have enough information really to give my 2 cents. But it feels like there's multiple sides. There's one side that's saying, okay, you're 36 years old, which means, and it's 2025, which means you lived through the war on drugs, you lived through the LA beatings, the 9/11 thing that happened, the internet. We didn't have the internet when I was a kid. I didn't live through so many fucking things, and there's just one side of me saying, okay, this is just another thing. This is just another thing that's happening. That whether I have any control over it or not, it's just happening. Okay, and then there's this other side that's saying, this is more than just a thing. This is probably something that make you think that it's just a thing, but it's really like a big thing. Like hundreds of souls. Big thing. A lot of money. A lot of like just blood on someone's hands. It feels like that too. And I'm just like, I pray for the families, that's all. But on that note, I did, on a hunch, look up the prices for flights. God forgive me. Bro, apparently, like, flights to Africa right now are hella fucking cheap. Pretty much anywhere in the Middle East right now. You can fly from at least Atlanta International Airport, I would assume most places from America, to the Middle East or to Africa for the low right now. It's kind of crazy. I've never seen it this low. And I've been like stalking the price to Egypt for years. And every time you're dropping at least 2 stacks. Like the lowest I've seen a flight from like multiple different points in America to Africa to Egypt is like $2,000. That's the lowest I've seen it. And it goes up from there. I've seen it at $3,000. I've seen it at $4,000. Different times of the year, different spots in America. But it's wild. So just on a hunch, I was like, where do I want to see myself on my birthday in March in 2026. I was like, let's see what the prices of Africa. You can go to Africa right now for like, on the low end, like $565. Less than $600. It's ridiculous. I'm obviously like not gonna fly. I looked up Israel prices. I think they're the same price. I don't think they're actually sending any flights to Israel right now. I think they're like locking that whole thing down. But Cairo's pretty close to Israel. I'd rather just not. I think I'm just I've actually been considering just get it while the getting's good, whatever the saying goes, and get me just like my first trip to Africa for really cheap while I can. I'm thinking there's a few places along the coast, just on the west coast, closest to America coast, so that I'm kind of away from whatever drama is going on over there, but I'm still in the culture. I'm still in Africa. So yeah, I've been thinking about traveling for the low. It's, how long have I been talking? Only 18 minutes. It's really, it's insane how cheap it is out there. And there's a lot of, really like big hotels. I think I might do a hotel this time instead of an Airbnb. I'm not so sure, but I'm more concerned about security than anything else. But I don't know. I've never had any bad luck with the Airbnb, any country that I've ever visited. And I'm not actually sure if being like a customer of like a big hotel would attract people to me to fuck with me or not. So I don't know. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay. Speaking of travel, I'm in this travel group on Facebook. Email me your questions. Oh, there's a question I wanted to answer. And also I'm adding, without sounding too content creator-y, for those of you who are following me on YouTube, I have a lot of links in my description on my Chandie Speaks YouTube channel. My link tree, I don't know if I'm saying that right, link tree is on there, and it has all my links on there. And coming soon, because a longtime subscriber on YouTube actually asked me what would be a good mailing address. What was the question? Let me find it. I looked at your wish list on Amazon. Yeah, I have so many links on there. I have all the links to all of my social medias. I also have my Amazon wish list on there. I have a donation button. And coming soon, I will have a P.O. box to where you can send me gifts if you want. This is from Renee on YouTube. Shout out to Renee. She's a longtime subscriber. She said, I looked at your wish list on Amazon and I need to know where to send the gifts. So as of right now, you can't send them anywhere because I didn't even think about that. I have the wish list up there. I've had it up there, but how can you send me things from my wish list if I don't have the address? Okay, so I covered that. Now to my Facebook questions. I asked a question in one of my Facebook groups. It's the Facebook Solo Travel group. It's a solo travel Facebook group for women. I halfway don't even want to do this podcast right now. I'm just really tired from work, but I'm going to push through it. Let me find the question. The group itself has almost 90,000 members, and they're all women. It's all for women. So this question is geared towards women. It's about solo travel. I thought it was applicable. I was just on a road trip. I'm kind of in the buzz. I love being on road trips. I was dreading the whole 1,400-mile trip because of how long it was, but I'm really glad that I got that time to be with myself. I don't know if I spoke about this in my last podcast, but I've been really grateful about just being able to be on the road, even with all the bumps in the road that I've had, literally and figuratively. Oh my goodness. It was still a beautiful experience. So I asked a question in the solo travel group for women. I said, what's something you wish that you knew when you went on your first solo international trip? Only 90,000 members. I'm going to read a few comments. I only have about 13 comments. How many replies? About 10 or 13 comments here. Okay, and it's anonymous for the most part. Some people left their name. I'm not going to read their name because it's not a public group. Anonymous member writes, 𝙈𝙤𝙀𝙀𝙀. Oh, the question is, what's something you wish that you knew when you went on your first solo international trip? And this anonymous woman, because it's a group for women, wrote, 𝙈𝙤𝙀𝙀𝙀. I'm guessing that's like the SIM card. 𝙈𝙤𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀. Learn a little bit of language of the country I'll be visiting. Study about road, bus, train route beforehand. Put cash in different places so when it's lost, it's not all gone. Be very careful, mindful. Don't trust anyone. Scammers everywhere. Don't tell people you're traveling alone when you are there for safety reason. That's all I can think of for now. That's a good answer. Those are all really good answers. Really good answers. I don't know what 𝙈𝙤𝙀𝙀𝙀 is. Learn a bit of the language. Studying about the road. Yeah, I would have saved hundreds of dollars in the Cayman Islands if I read about the bus route. The bus route was like ridiculously easy to learn and cheap. Stupid cheap. Like I can go around the whole island for $1. The whole island's nothing but like 22 miles long. And there's a bus that goes around the whole fucking island for like $2. It's crazy versus like a $200 cab ride. Don't tell people you're traveling alone. It depends on who it is. For me, like if it's like an older like parent, like a woman, obviously concerned, I'd probably tell her just so she can have my back. If she's my neighbor, you know, my immediate neighbors, I'll let them know like, yo, it's supposed to be me here. If you see anyone else here, call the cops. It's not supposed to be anyone else here. But I wouldn't tell everyone that I'm here by myself. And after Guyana, I'll try and make a point to make friends very quickly who wants to just hang out with me. Just don't go anywhere alone in general. It depends. Got to feel it out. That's a good one. Okay, this next person writes, be sure your phone takes eSIMs. What the fuck's an eSIM? I've never had to deal with an eSIM. I think it's probably obviously for your phone, to keep your phone bill down. My phone bill's always ridiculous. Maybe I should look into that. Don't know what the fuck it is. The next person writes, pack as light as possible. That's probably true. As light as possible. Maybe a little bit more. Just in my experience. Pack as light as you can, but then just do a little bit more. Just a little bit. Don't go crazy. You don't want to run out of underwear and important things, or socks. Overpack on socks. I always overpack on socks. Anonymous member writes, my first solo travel was at 17. I had no choice from third world to first world country. Okay, thanks for not answering the question, anonymous member. This anonymous member writes, same thing, pack light, you won't wear all those things. I guess, yeah, pack as light as possible. Because even when I pack just a little bit more, I still never wear what it is. Everything. This next member writes, buy a plug-in carbon monoxide detector. That's a good one. Never heard of that tip before. She writes, have you heard about all the stories of people not waking up in other countries due to carbon monoxide poisoning? Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? That's wild. Didn't even think about that. This is my first time reading all these right now. Wild. That's wild. This next lady writes, make sure you buy plug adapters. I've heard of that. I think that's like a European thing. I've never visited Europe. I haven't experienced it in the Caribbeans, in the countries that I've visited. And if they do have plugs like that, then the places that I stayed at were accommodating for just regular ass plugs or American plugs. So I haven't run into that yet. This next person writes, bring Tylenol and other medicine in case you get sick or feel a little under the weather. That's something I always forget. That's a good one. I gotta make sure I remember that. I always forget to bring something for pain relief. I'd be so paranoid. I got caught in Cayman Islands trying to basically smuggle in my vape pen. It's my weed pen. It was like it had an unopened gram of THC oil, and the TSA confiscated, took my picture. It was crazy. Almost didn't let me into the fucking country. So after that, I just try not to smuggle in anything, but that should be on my first list of things to buy when I get into the country, is to buy the Tylenol. Yeah, dude, I still have it. My paper that I got from TSA or the Border Patrol immigration. The last people that you see before you get to come into the country in Grand Cayman, and I might get it framed. They confiscated my battery and the oil. It was medicinal, but it's highly illegal there, so I'm never trying that again. Luckily they let me go. I don't know how I got on that. Oh yeah, the Tylenol. Yeah, I don't try and smuggle anything. Okay, this next lady writes, don't be scared, it's gonna be fun. Use an eye mask when sleeping on the plane. It helps a lot. Also take magnesium supplements. It helps with stress. Jet lag really sucks though, so take care of yourself. Hydrate, eat lightly. Very good advice. Very good advice. All these people mean well. All these ladies mean well. I really like that. It's an uplifting post. Anonymous member writes, I wish I would have brought medicine for my stomach. I don't know why, but my stomach really freaks out when I travel alone internationally. Maybe it's the nerves along with the different foods out there, but yeah, definitely stomach meds. Some people are really sensitive. I have not, luckily, thankfully, very grateful, I have not experienced any kind of like food poisoning or any kind of sickness while being on vacation. I'm trying to think, make sure. If you're not counting alcohol, like I have gotten stupid drunk in other countries to the point where I'm hungover the next morning because I didn't eat enough. But other than being super hungover, I haven't gotten sick from the food, from the water. I try and be really cautious. Maybe, I don't know if when you go to countries where the water's not good, I don't know if they cook with the water, but I thought like if you cook with it, you're sort of like cooking out all of the bad shit. I could be wrong. I don't know if you cook with filtered water or regular water, if it makes a fucking difference. Theoretically it should, but some people are really sensitive. I'm just really good. I got a good gut. I got a good gut health. And then this last comment says, don't forget your debit card and pack 2 to 3 tops for one bottom and bring 1 pair of closed-toed comfy shoes. That's actually good advice. I don't need a pair of pants for every top. That's good advice. All right, that was it. My battery's getting low. I have 30 minutes on here. Let me see. I got the YouTube question, got the Facebook question. So yeah, I'll be coming with the P.O. box soon. If not by the next podcast, then the one after that. I gotta rearrange some shit in my life right now. I'm trying to plan this trip to Africa. Also deal with insurance with my van, with this fucking taillight. Most likely I'll be getting it paid for. I'll pay for it myself and getting whatever kind of settlement from this whole fucking thing. Bless her heart. It was an accident, but goddamn, I didn't need this fucking accident right now. Just minding my own business. Yeah, a couple things coming down the pipeline. Just trying to keep my head down, go to work. Still need to get an oil change. So yeah. Okay, I got a couple questions here. This one's kind of applicable. It's from an anonymous person. I'm going to edit that part out. Email me your questions. I know you guys have heard this before. It's chandyspeaks@gmail.com. That's CHANDIESPEAKS@gmail.com. chandyspeaks@gmail.com. You can ask me anything. You can ask me questions about yourself, about myself, political, spiritual, mommy and daddy issues, drugs, work, traveling. So this question is anonymous. What is the best thing about road trips? And I wrote to this person. I respond back to them or to you, but I also read it out on here. What is the best thing about road trips? I'm trying to wrap this up. What is the best thing about road trips, they asked. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but it's a good question. I wrote to them, the solitude of long drives down empty highways, the warmth of the setting sun, and the quiet reflection on life's journey and its many blessings. It fills me with gratitude for the path I've traveled so far. Yep, that's it. It's very... It gives me a lot of time to just be with myself, be with my inner thoughts and, my choices. Looking at the miles, the mile counter go down, how much just time and space that I've covered and how far I've come, where I'm going. It's very therapeutic, and it's really good for me to do once in a while. I'm really grateful that I was able to do it in a good car, got back safely, almost would have made it all the way through, but halfway back this woman backed into my truck, my van, but we still made it back safely. I'm really blessed, yeah. A lot of lessons. That's a good question. And this last question says, they wrote, I don't know if this is a man or a woman either. I would assume it's a woman just because I don't know if men really think like this or talk like this, but maybe they do. But this question's from Anonymous. Writes, every time I go back on a dating app, I'm reminded just how much I hate people and are intolerant of their stupidity. Bless their heart. Okay, and I wrote back to them, that's because it's acting out its programming. Dating apps tend to attract individuals with lower standards, both men and women. So unless your expectations are similarly low, you will not have any luck on dating apps. If these people were high-quality people, they wouldn't need to use an app to attract someone because they would be a catch. The dating apps are meant for people who are not good at attracting someone in real time for whatever reason. It's like a puzzle or game where you have to figure out what's the one thing that makes this person undateable enough to require a dating app. Really hope this helps. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. It's for the lowest of the low. You wouldn't be there if you were capable of just talking to people and approaching people in real life like a normal person. Because that's really, I'm sorry, not trying to sound old or whatever, but that's really how it is. Before the internet, before technology and all this stuff, people would walk up to people on the road and people would meet their soulmate, right there in their own hometown. It has its pros and its cons, There's billions of people on the planet, and we're all able to connect with each other just with the click of a button, with one swipe, but in a way that sort of, it becomes less authentic, at least just in my experience. Dating apps, in my opinion, dating apps is just where you go to settle. Everyone settles, but dating apps is where you go, where you sort of accept that you're settling for whatever mixed bag of nuts you get. We're all performing. We're all going to settle. I think that's the end of the podcast. I'm kind of tired. Email me, chandyspeaks@gmail.com. I'm going to go lay down. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you, all the new followers, for just listening to me ramble. New and old followers. See you next week.